We'd like to invite you to participate in the first annual Oregon High School Ethics Bowl, which will be held this January at Portland State University. The High School Ethics Bowl is a national competition in which students analyze ethical case studies related to society, politics, and everyday life. Students will compete in front of a distinguished panel of judges and will have the opportunity to go on to North Carolina, Chapel Hill, to compete in the national competition. The Portland State University Philosophy Department will have undergraduate students available to assist coaches and workshops throughout the fall to help you prepare for the Ethics Bowl. In this video, you will meet some of our Ethics Bowl coaches and students and get a glimpse into how the Ethics Bowl works.
I'd start out by saying that I've had a lot of conversations over my teaching career about many difficult topics that have ethical dimensions to them that are similar or identical to the kinds of topics that we see in an Ethics Bowl competition. And most of the young people, when I engage with them compassionately, are usually able to share their hopes and their fears about the future. And most of those fears or anxieties about the future involve the kinds of topics that we end up exploring in some detail in an Ethics Bowl competition.
Ethics Bowl for me provided the opportunity to speak about a lot of things that I don't normally get to talk about with my friends. So even though I'd read about things in world news or in books or online, oftentimes you end up caught up in social situations or in other discussions as a high schooler, and so it was great to have an environment in which I could talk about great world issues and major problems with my friends as opposed to with other intellectuals or teachers or adults.
Participating in the Ethics Bowl last year was a great way for my students to start to live into some of the concepts I as a teacher struggle to get them to think about. And the case studies and how they're set up are so relevant to the students that they can't help but really think deeply and incorporate them into their lives. And that's truly a gift of the Ethics Bowl competition.
It's really, really fun to get together with your friends, and you wouldn't normally think it would be a lot of fun to get together and map out arguments and sort of think about like the deep ethical conversation that people are having about Ethics Bowl and about these different issues that are still pertinent today. But it's really, really fun. And because you get to feel like you're being active in the world today, and as a high school student, sometimes you can feel kind of just stuck in your own little world, and it definitely expands what you think of, how you think of your world.
For Ethics Bowl, I didn't really care about news or about international politics. But now, especially after Ethics Bowl, when I realize about all these issues going around the world, not only just in China or in the Middle East, but also in my backyard, I just feel the importance of really understanding the issues, because even though I may be physically or mentally separated from the actual wrongdoings or the actual conflicts, that doesn't mean that I can't have a say or an opinion on what's going on. And I think that, especially with Ethics Bowl, taking the time to understand what's going on really opens my mind and the others around me.
As a coach, I was shocked by the enthusiasm of my 4 team members. Each one was very eager to analyze case studies with new techniques they learned. We learned new strategies together by piecemeal, building a makeshift methodology.
By helping students to discern how beliefs are justified, then that gives them the opportunity to develop the critical thinking and careful emotional assessment that anyone would need to arrive at a worthy solution to some of these admittedly harrowing problems that we face.
I think the type of critical reflective reasoning that the Ethics Bowl encourages is something that was really missing from my high school education, and it seems to be missing from most high schools across the country. I'm serving as a coach because it creates an opportunity for high school students to think critically about how ethics applies to current issues, and I think that process, helps them to clarify their own moral reasoning.
So when I started Ethics Bowl, one of the things that I was really hoping to accomplish was better public speaking skills. And since I was the youngest in Ethics Bowl, I was surrounded by people who were older than me and had more life experience. So whenever I spoke, I was making sure that I knew exactly what I was talking about and was completely sure with my ideas. And whenever I said something, I was met with very helpful constructive criticism.
Being a coach is vital for these high school students. The Ethics Bowl provides a unique opportunity for high school students and college students to get together to analyze current-day hot topics in ethics.
So whether you're a student interested in engaging with pressing ethical issues, or a teacher interested in helping students develop their civic engagement and critical thinking skills, we very much hope that you join us as part of the Ethics Bowl community.